Welcome to Pass the Vows, episode 14, Married at First Sight UK.
Australia.
Oh, Australia it is.
Never mind.
So,
Okay, go on.
yeah, today we got two weddings.
Yep, two new couples.
Yes, and which wedding did all the maps attend to?
Oh, they split into both weddings.
Oh, they have split.
Did
Oh,
you miss
that
that
makes
bit?
sense. Yeah.
Were you really confused by that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I don't know if it was editing or something when they are showing the other couples in the bald guy's weddings, but
No, not editing. It was split. So, Luke and Mel, Gia and Scott, Beck and Danny, and Stella and Philip were at Joel and Juliet's wedding, and then all the other couples were at Tyson and Stephanie's wedding. I'll be honest, really is a memory test.
I don't know. All I remember as one bald manosphere guy and another one is Sheldon without the genius.
You think he's Sheldon without a G?
Yeah.
No, I think he's way way weirder than. Anyway, right. I just want to bring something up first about Beck, and then we can dive into the rest of it if that's okay.
All right.
I just thought at the start they were referring, weren't they, to the bit of beef between Gia and Beck, and I couldn't help but laugh to myself. And Beck was talking about it, and she, it's made an enemy in me. I was thinking, oh no, whatever will she do? Beck is her enemy.
And
They're
also,
not. It's not like they're on equal footing in any way whatsoever. Like, come on, they're not exactly going to fight it out either. And then another thing during one of the weddings, when I say one of them, like Beck and Danny only went to one of them. But when Danny was like, "Yeah, we're the real deal too," and oh no, we are too. After he'd said that Stella and Philip are in love, and she kind of momentarily looked shocked, horrified, and confused, and then he went, "No, like we are the real deal. We're the real deal."
that was a great save. And
Oh,
what
definitely.
is a situational? He needed to do that because he went a bit too far and let the reality come out.
Oh yeah, he didn't realize what he meant at first, did he? He was saying, "We are too."
And Becky is like, okay.
You're like, "What? This is the first time hearing of this." Okay, which new couple do you want to go to first?
Let's go with the manosphere guy.
Good choice. I was thinking that too, because Joel is just a gold mine of content.
You know, the family, everything, it looked like something from Sopranos or some mafia show. It's only
What,
the
Tyson's
man.
family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Alyssa really stumbled onto something, and she still doesn't realize what it is and why, does she? And she sat there going, "Oh, there's a lot of men here. There really is a lot of men. Where are all the women?"
In the kitchens.
In the kitchens, in the homes, raising the children, or, unsurprisingly, the men are probably all single or divorced.
I think this is the first time where it's just man in same suit looking similar. It looked like a gangster family.
Well, I can't really work out for myself if they only showed one of his friends or if they all looked the same, because the camera looked like it was only focusing on the same guy again and again. And it might just be my perception because they're like carbon copies of each other.
Yeah, I mean the way they dressed and everything, it
Yeah.
very much feels like they have one family.
Yeah, well, I think that's the idea, you know.
Yeah, like gangsters have.
When he was saying about all of the things that he doesn't want, I was thinking, oh God. And I felt like on the audition video, and they showed John in it as well, and he was looked like he was going, right, okay. And then, like, the more he went on, the more John just looked more and more resigned, like, well, mate, how are we going to find someone for you?
You
You
know,
want basically nobody. I don't want this and I don't want that, and you better not have this, and I'm not raising their kids. God.
well, the thing is, I'm glad they picked, I forgot the name, Tyson and Steph.
Stephanie, yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie, because I don't want producers to find him anyone that he could end up with because He is a bit of a too much of a manosphere. Like he would be right off manosphere.
You don't want him to find anyone that's actually what he wants, because let's face it, at that point it's probably someone who's basically catatonic, and like they can't really function or think for themselves. They're obviously a vulnerable human being. People should be concerned for their welfare.
Yeah, and also I don't think he understands what feminine energy is. Yes, he doesn't have it. Yes, he needs the other woman to have it, but yeah, I don't think he is ready for any kind of relationship. Maybe he should wait another 30, 40 years.
I don't think it would make a difference. Waiting won't make a single difference. He wants what he wants, how he wants it, when he wants it. That's him. That's his life.
Well, he has to wait for Tesla to come up with humanoids that actually feel like women. Then he can program himself.
He'll be waiting until well into his afterlife. He'll be long dead. Oh my god.
But
But yeah, when he came up after all the red flags kind of stuff for him, I was thinking like, and they showed her, and she said a bit about who she is and what her beliefs are. I was thinking, oh my god, how did they find two right wingers with who potentially have divisive beliefs that could be a good fit for each other? Now we know more that she's not actually much of a good fit for him. Initially, she seemed like she might be, because she describes herself as very central.
yeah, but the thing is, yeah, if it's see when it's two right wingers, it's usually two right masculine energies.
Yeah,
So he wants feminine energy, but he hates work. All the feminine energy is in Vocosphere, sadly.
wokosphere.
Yeah, like if you make it a
Yeah, I know what you
manosphere
mean.
and Vocosphere,
I've just never heard anyone say wokosphere.
well,
I
I don't.
wonder, because she keeps saying her walls are super high, and it is a giant red flag that she's never had an. She's 21,
32.
No, she was 21.
Okay.
She's never had an adult relationship.
Oh, all right.
Never
I
ever.
mean, I think this is a woman that either falls hard or doesn't fall at all. Like there is
Well,
nothing.
she said, didn't she, since her parents split up when she was a kid, she's been really fearful of, what was it? Something like the people she loves leaving and things like that. So, yeah, and she keeps saying her walls are like super high, they're sky high. And it's like, well, if those walls were able to drop, is that where her femininity lives? Or is it just not really there for her? Is she got all these barriers to protect herself, doesn't know how to let them down?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Coming
like,
from someone who was also single for a very long time, don't remember being quite that bad. I yeah, without getting into my personal circumstances, it is possible to go a long time without having an adult relationship.
yeah,
But
yeah, it's like
yeah,
one of those things you left a fridge in garage for 10, 12 years. It might work, it might not work, it might need some repairs.
it certainly doesn't want to work in the house anymore.
No,
In the
not
case of
really.
Stephanie.
Yeah, and she got somebody who doesn't like fridges, he only likes bikes.
Bikes. Oh my god, no. He wants a fitted oven. He wants something that'll cook and remain fixed in the home. Anyway, enough
Yeah,
appliances.
I mean, see, what he wants, see, there is nothing wrong with what he wants. I'm sure there are women that want to put motherhood at the center of their life, and that is entirely all right.
Yeah.
It's just that maps might not be the best place to find those kind of women.
No. Maybe there's some kind of manosphere girlfriend referral scheme. And if there isn't, then there should be.
I'm pretty sure there is, which means those guys don't want to refer this guy.
What do you think if you made like a Tinder version for that purpose, what do you think it would be called?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, this isn't a joke. This is a question.
I
It's
don't
not like
know. I
knock
mean,
knock. Who's there? Manosphere.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. As I said, I'm sure there are women that wants to be a stay-at-home mothers and everything, and there is nothing wrong with that. It's just that this guy is not mature enough as much as he thinks
Yeah.
to lead a relationship.
I think I'm starting to understand now how he was married and divorced, but how he was married, because he said the relationship was for 2 years, but they only met 30 days before they got married. So it was clearly all online, which means
All right.
which means it's very controlled in terms of the amount of contact and everything, what he does and doesn't show, doesn't say. The expectations that are set are different. You're not living together, you're not
All right. You are
in that
reading too
realm
much.
yet. And then his description of why they got divorced was she was a bit messy around the house. So they'd had 2 years and 30 days together. And then, however long after the marriage, he just decided, nah, she's too messy. There must be something else to it.
I mean, divorces are messy and people don't usually talk about what is broken up, and it is something people should not speak. So, whatever it is, it was an immature mistake, and whatever happened, happened. And it's just that I don't know, maps plays those tricks. They sometimes bring a guy that is not ready at all, and then bring an opposite of what he wanted,
Yeah,
and then try to convince him that this is what is needed. It's almost like, oh, you don't drink, so why don't you drink and see what happens? Something like that. And
maybe.
the amount of trust he has in experts, it was beautiful. It was like, I trust in experts.
He
I know
trusts
this.
in them, and then as soon as he sees his bride starting to walk down the aisle, he goes, "Woke vibes." I sensed woke vibes coming all straight off her, and it's like, "You've not even met her yet." He literally just saw her walking and thought, "Woke vibes."
I don't think he see this is the thing with female. There are like feminists who talk about equality, and then there are woke people that are like, how do you say, that want equality in the different sense.
Okay.
So, but when you have seen women, it's all same. There is femininity is in the woke feminists that want equality, and both are same. If
Right.
you say if both refer themselves as feminists, so you don't know, it's one of those terms that people never really understand or cannot be defined.
Yeah, I guess.
But anyway, it's wonderful, and I don't know, for her it is, she already has enough. I don't know, maybe for her it's giving the worst possible person so that the next time she goes out she might see some good in men.
Maybe, yeah, that might be a strategy the experts have taken on. God, no.
Producers give what they want and we only
Yeah.
can watch.
So she's not got what she wants, and he's not got what he wants because he wanted someone younger, someone feminine, someone really submissive, someone who ideally wants to stay home and have 5 kids. She looked like she was getting a bit overwhelmed, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, she's not one of those women. As I said, I'm sure there are women out there that would like 5 kids, that would like to be feminine, that would stay at home moms and everything. It's just that I don't know if he's mature enough to be with a woman like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Because,
he's just too much like in that fixed headspace of this is me, this is my routine, this is who I am. And like you say, he's not matured to kind of broaden that scope into what his life might actually look like with a partner and that things will need to change.
yeah, and he doesn't seem to be a good communicator. So,
Not at all.
if you even gets a feminine woman, it won't be a happy household because he doesn't have any filter on his.
And then I think part of what feeds into it is the fact that he was in the army or the Australian Defence Force. I don't know what. So he's probably quite used to that rigid militant style of living from when he was in the army. And we don't know what role he. Do you know what I mean? Like if he was like a ranking officer or soldier, some kind of power, like direct reports. So if he's used to like bossing people about, is he expecting a wife to mine in that sense? And you might think I'm exaggerating, but it does happen.
Okay, first thing,
You have to just look into a show called Wife Swap to see that happen. They've shown some families sometimes where there's a husband that's in the military and he runs house exactly the same way. To me, it's bonkers. To him, it makes perfect sense.
yes, and if the maybe because that wife was happy letting it run, it's just something I don't know. And it's no, the thing is, you find the same kind of man be submissive in their homes. That's where your
Oh
kind
no,
of
it's not
everything falls.
everyone.
That's no, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Then what happens is that is the kind of guy who went to military. It's not because of military he's doing at home.
Okay, so part of it will be inherent in his personality, but if he thrives on that routine, finds that he loves that stability and that way of being and that masculine way of being, which he seems to, he might carry that over into his household with his partner, and not everybody will get on with that because he seems like he's very rigid in, let's face it, every aspect. He said he won't change his beliefs, he won't bend.
Oh, come on, a lot
He's
of
clearly
no.
got a lot of fixed ideas and, things about his lifestyle, and that works for him. But is it going to work for a partner? Possibly not. He seems very
Okay,
hesitant to change.
okay, this is where you are exaggerating way
No,
past the moon,
not at all.
way past the moon.
Not at all.
Because
Strongly disagree.
yeah, it's always everybody wants their relationship to be in a way until they get in a relationship, and then there are some things you have to give up. There are some things, and if you are too rigid, the other person walks away. That's
I know that, and you know that. But do you honestly think he would accept that?
well, he got a divorce and he has been in few relationships. So yes,
Why do you think his other relationships haven't worked out? Speculate.
I don't know. For some, it's hard to get into.
I don't know. For someone that was married at 23 and divorced and has apparently had several relationships since, you think it's hard to get into a relationship for him? Or is it that it's hard for him to keep a relationship because he's got so many qualities and things about a potential partner he doesn't want,
All right,
won't tolerate? Do you know what I mean?
I know that if you
Maybe.
keep on talking any more about Tyson, he might take a flight to UK to just punch you in the face. So let's move on.
Okay. Our other new couple then, because I've nothing really about Stephanie.
Yeah, Stephanie is one of those women with attachment issues, and it's sad that she doesn't. I mean, she gets to face her fears. That's what her arc will be.
Yeah, I guess. So,
And gladly, nobody made any faces or comments in this one.
yeah, we'll come to that now, won't we? With Juliet and Joel. I
J-
think she seems quite cool. I originally thought I'm not sure if he's going to be a bit too much for her. Now I'm more confident that he may be too much for her.
Well, Joel is one of those. He's Sheldon without genius. I'm not exaggerating because he's quirky in that way. And
I think he goes beyond quirky. I think theatrical a little bit is probably a good description.
no, it is. From what I see, the mother seems to be quirky. So he's like quirky square. Like, I mean, I understand that he gives the ick right away.
Yeah.
What happens is people disconnect with him, and then whatever he says feels like, I don't know, rainbows, this, that, and everything. But
It was a huge red flag for me when his mum said that she has so much contact from him. Sometimes she has to mute him on her phone, and even she described him as quite intense. And then seeing them in the reception where she was like constantly offering him this bit of food, that bit of food, it made me just think, she's co created that relationship. And I wonder whether it's actually quite codependent.
see, this is what I do not get about people in general. Because when you go to your work, what do they ask you? They ask you if you have experience, if you have worked in big teams and all. But when you get in a relationship, they ask you if you are independent instead of how codependent can you be, because relationships are codependent things more or less.
I don't know. There's a term, I think, I just can't remember it. There's codependency, which to some degree can be beneficial for both people, but when it gets past a certain stage, it can be incredibly unhealthy.
Unhealthy how?
Like when you're in your 30s and your mum still tickles you back while you lie across her lap,
Yeah,
while
next
she
job.
feeds you, I don't know, probably grapes like your Julius Caesar or some bullshit.
Yeah, but see, imagine the wife doing the same thing and it will look like so romantic.
That's not codependent, though. That's like an intimate moment. Do you think that kind of intimate moment is appropriate? Adult child, their parent?
I
Let's change it out from mum to dad, dad and son. Is that appropriate?
Yeah, I know that.
Is it
Lewis Hamilton.
Is it
He,
appropriate? Just a bit weird. What if it was dad and adult daughter?
Trump and Ivanka.
What? Trump and Ivanka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know. Besides the names of people, I don't know what you're referring to. So
Yeah, anybody, I know nobody will ever listen to this, but what I'm saying is he knows to be how to be in a codependent relationship. The thing is, can this woman be in codependent relationship with him? Because this is a man that will not cheat.
I don't know, but it is concerning to me that there is that level of possibly codependence between him and his mom, and it's even more alarming that she's a psychologist.
you know, you know what it made me feel like?
But
I think she might have screwed his head
quite possibly, yeah. God.
because she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then her speech as well, saying like, "Oh, he was like this, he was like that. He didn't sleep for 18 months of his life." And first of all, not getting very much sleep for a young child. I don't know how damaging that is, but obviously we all know sleep is incredibly important. Lack of sleep can cause big issues.
All right. This
Anyway,
is where
anyway,
this is where
there's more in her speech where she was moving on and saying that like
she was psychoanalyzing him.
yeah, but she said something like, and only his mom could basically call him out as a fat pig,
Yeah,
and he had to make the change for himself.
yeah.
First, what is going on with his speech and her speech anyway? It
This
was
is
very
what I'm
much,
talking
this is all
about.
about me and all of my faults. This is all about my wonderful son and how much of a pig he is.
No, the thing is, what we have to understand here is it's well and nice that a family looks how it looks, but in reality, every family is different from the ideal Australian family or a British family or an Indian family.
I get it. It's
And
everyone's idealized version of a family is different.
no, I mean,
Everyone's version of normal is different.
not everyone's version of normal. I'm talking about the collective. Like Australians have an idea of stereotypical what a family should be, how it should look like, and
Yeah.
everything. That is well and all, but rarely most families are not like that, but they know how to act like that when they come in social situations.
Yeah.
And then there are families that are so far off the society
Yeah.
when they come into this, and then you also have to understand that this is a very nervous thing for them. Looks like both of them are introverts.
Yeah, I understand that. I think him and his mom, they're not just accepting there's something fundamentally wrong there. There really is something fundamentally different about those
No,
two.
no, 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 this is where what I want to talk about. You see, there is fundamentally something different about them, yes, but the minute they felt different, your mind went to there is something fundamentally wrong with them. This is how people do what they do, but I understand. That's what he looks like a Sheldon because for him everything has to same again and again and again. If the TV remote changes, have you seen Sheldon?
What on the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, Big
Yeah.
Bang Theory. In the first episode, it's about Sheldon having a seat for himself.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Because if he don't sit in that place and he moves a little bit off, his entire worldview of the room changes.
Oh yeah, I remember. It's a long time. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, so in the same way, for some people, if the remote moves from right to left, that's a problem. It's
Yeah,
the simple OCD, and he's a neurodivergent guy.
quite possibly.
Yeah, but
He has a thing, doesn't he, as well, with like pulling faces. Like he's just I think it's just part of his character.
yeah,
Like
it
pulling
is.
faces, and when he was at the end of the aisle and he pulled a face, the looks Gia and Scott gave each other like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
Yeah, but you know, Gia blames every.
Well, that bit before the wedding had started, and they were just looking at each other like, "Oh my god, like what is it?" This guy was cracking me up because it's the kind of thing that I would do to someone just to like look at the person I'm with and just be like, "Oh my god, like what is going on?" But I didn't like that she then went on to say that he was giving her the ick. I mean, first of all, you don't need to be attracted to the guy; he's not there for you, but Yeah, saying that she's getting the ick from Joel and calling him a tool and a weirdo. I just thought that was not on. That's just not nice. I understand where she's coming from, but it's not nice. She's just showing
Are
she's
you saying
more bitchy.
are you saying Gia is saying what is on your mind?
I get it. He's not. Wait,
No, wait,
no. Let me
wait.
finish. Let
No,
me
it's
finish.
it's an yes or no question.
It's not. It's nuanced. Let me finish. I'm starting to lose my train of thought with it. Like, I get where she's coming from because he is a bit different. You know, the facial expressions he was pulling are not what I would expect most people to do, so it would catch me off guard as well. I don't think it's appropriate or nice to call him a tool or weirdo, even if it wasn't directly. It's still not nice. In my eyes, he's not conventionally attractive. I can kind of get where she's.
He's a model with modeling job.
Okay, he was also a fat Uber driver and he loved telling everyone about that. And what?
No,
He's
what I'm
clearly
talking
not.
about is
He's clearly making that his story. Like, I was this, now I'm this. Aren't I incredible? Sign me up for some TV gigs because I think that's what I'm going to get from this show. I struggle to believe he's there for love alone.
well, I mean, if I'm not wrong, I think he was contacted. It's not the other. He might be.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. That makes perfect sense.
You see, he's a really attractive guy, but his personality,
Not at all attractive to me personally.
exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because people, once you see the personality, you cannot unsay it.
Yeah, definitely. When he got to the top of the aisle and Juliet arrived and she was like, "Oh, what's your name?" He was like, "Husband." And like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Jasmine. I'm your Aladdin." I thought, "Oh, let's see how she reacts to that." And she responded really well to it. I thought it was nice that they had that little bit of banter back and forth. But yeah, like everything that everyone else at that point was cracking up about and giving each other strange looks about, she was like, "Fucking love this weird guy," and like everything about him. Everyone was cringing, just like slay.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you can get over the weirdness, he seems interesting. I know there are lots of boring people that would love a man like him.
Find them for make a list.
Okay, that's mean.
No, I'm sure there are other people out there, but maybe they're just not. What do you think about the whole Teddy in the bed thing? And the fact that he doesn't have friends there? Does he have friends?
I mean, when you have a relationship like that with your mother, there leaves a very less emotional energy and time and thought or any space to actually have a friend.
I guess that's if you spend most of possibly nights texting and calling your mom that
She,
to the point that she has to occasionally block you and mute you.
this is where I make Big Bang Theory reference Sheldon because Sheldon also doesn't have friends. It took a Leonard type guy to actually make him feel human again.
I guess. What did you think about Beck and Danny at the wedding reception? Moaning to bloody Stella and Philip about the whole. I just
Uh,
thought it was just really poorly timed and inappropriate. It's not the
No, I mean, well, it's not like she shouted out like Gia did. She's,
Oh yeah, that was so bad.
she's at the back talking to some other couples and she's fine to have her opinion. That's how any wedding goes.
Yeah.
You don't expect anyone to not talk about anything at all.
I know. All the time, other place. I just remember from the last season when someone was talking about whatever scenario was going on with their couple at the time. It just ended up kicking off at that wedding. So it was good that this didn't result in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, and Gia tried her best, and even Scott.
Yeah, Scott showed a bit of a mean streak, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Gia is rubbing onto him, and I think Scott is a mean girl inside.
Oh yeah, I can believe that. They were trying to stir things when they and it was so bad with them shouting stuff. I don't remember exactly what Joel said that Gia was then so shocked about. I think he was basically saying that, oh, that was it, wasn't it? Gia said, oh, what did you ask the experts for in your partner? Be specific. And he said, like olive skin or darker and no plastic in the face. And he was like, oh, what's wrong with plastic in the face? Like, oh, give over. He might not actually be talking about you, but for a few seconds, it shut her up.
Yeah,
It
I think
worked.
I think that's the only way for somebody to shut Gia up,
Oh yeah,
indirectly talk about something that pisses her off. I think he's said plastic in the face exactly to piss her off.
possibly. Yeah,
He knows how to deal with people like that. It's just that I don't know, you cannot have everything. You cannot have the lover boy energy, you cannot have the warrior protector uh, energy, and then the magician energy. And what is the last one that's left? I don't know, but you cannot have everything in a person.
yeah, I get that.
If you don't want somebody that's gonna cheat, then find a man that's not really bothered about how he looks to the world.
Yeah,
Because you want to find a man that looks good to the world, he's gonna cheat on you.
you want less of a Steve and more of a Stephen. Because Steve was only concerned with what everybody thought about him,
Yeah.
and Stephen doesn't really seem to care.
Yeah, and then this guy, it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things, it brings the worst. They put a neurodivergent person, and they do him really dirty. I want to see a neurodivergent person some good ending for once.
I think we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Tomorrow's episode is going to be another wedding, so a lot. In fact, no, it'll be the honey.
Yeah,
So yeah, and
and then
but
what
by
do
the end of this episode and getting after those speeches, Juliet seemed really quite concerned about who she's being paired with.
Yeah, I think it has hit Julia really hard because she wants somebody who talks about love. She wants the lover that doesn't cheat.
Well, I don't really remember his vow. Could be completely wrong, but I don't think he really has talked about love in at any point. Like I say, I could be completely forgetting, but I think he's most talked about himself and who he is.
Yeah, I think he has used that thing for himself,
Yeah.
and he did not include anything about the. I mean, that's what they talk about, don't they? It's just because it's different. You always tend to start looking at the smallest mistakes. Come on, let it go.
It's not really a small mistake, though, is it? If you're there to get married and fall in love and have a partner for life, which is supposed to be the intent, supposed to heavily caveat, then why at some point in your vows or in your speech would you not talk about love or your ideal partner or what kind of life you would like for yourself and your partner? That kind of thing. It doesn't need to be much. It needs to be like a whole fairy tale freaking novel, but just some reference to it rather than wife, aren't I?
Yeah, but I don't know if you have seen something. He rarely has any imagination. I just don't think in his brain it works like that. Like for him, it is the only love he has seen is from his mother.
God help Julia.
I mean, we don't know if Juliet is a decent person. She's just there for the show, for her influencing career.
You're right, we don't know if she's a decent person, but at this point, I'll place my bets on she is.
Why? Because the other person is a neurodivergent.
You're making an assumption that he's neurodivergent, and I think I can understand where you're coming from.
It's not
He
an
could just be
assumption.
he could just be incredibly eccentric.
No.
Let's not do what thousands of Love Island All Stars fans did and start randomly labeling people as neurodivergent like they did to
Y-
Lucinda.
No,
No, let's not. Let's not make that assumption. Let's operate under the assumption that he's not neurodivergent until we know otherwise.
I mean, it's just one of those things. If you just can't see it with your eyes, that seems to be a you problem. Don't try and convince me that he's not, because he is.
I am firmly staying on the extremely eccentric train.
You think he is extremely eccentric?
Extremely, and
That
that
could be now.
I'm gonna stay on that train for a while longer until I see or hear something almost incontrovertible to the contrary.
Yeah, but the thing is, extremely eccentric. That's Gia.
No, it's not. She is not eccentric at all. She's average, run of the mill, mean girl. Bitch.
No, but it's because everything has to be about her. Everybody has to talk about. She has to be.
That's not what eccentricity is.
What is it then?
Gia is self-centered, not eccentric.
Eccentric is
It's
self-centered.
not.
Alexa, what does eccentric mean? Alexa, cancel. I stand corrected.
Wonderful. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
that's
Gia
what.
is very self-centered.
See, extremely eccentric is what neurodivergent is.
Possibly, but we can't just go around labeling people.
Why can't we?
I just don't think it's appropriate. Okay. And on that note, I've got nothing else left to say really about this episode.
Yeah,
I'll
and
be intrigued to see how the honeymoons are going, especially with Tyson.
yeah, those are two bombshell couples, and they are both bombed in the wrong way. I mean,
I don't know, like, I kind of think I understand why they put the current MAFS couples into the new couples' weddings as guests, but also, I think it's quite fun when they have the new couples' weddings and then they arrive at the next dinner party completely as a surprise to everybody else. I personally think that's a bit more fun because they get dropped into the drama straight away and they're desperately trying to figure out who's who did what, fell out with this person, who's fell out with that person, who's already been and left, who's been left and come back, and
yeah, I mean,
it's
they could still
interesting.
do that because they
Yeah.
won't know anything. And from what I understand, if I were to take a guess, they started bringing the contestants because weddings are boring at this part of the show because you are into drama, and then suddenly weddings are boring. If they are at the beginning, you want to see the.
Yeah, I guess if you do the weddings partway through like this and then you bring in the existing cast, you've got the chance for drama to continue in those weddings.
Yeah, and maps, if I don't know, I think they have the best decorators. I mean, people don't get that much, what do you say, recognition, or do they get recognition?
For what? The wedding decor?
Yeah,
I don't know, probably not. No, it's probably just a
it's mostly
contract and that's
simple.
it.
Yeah, but it's mostly simple, and but it looks good.
It's very effective.
Yeah, it is.
Any more
And
notes on the decor for floral arrangements, sir?
okay, piss off. And with that, we'll end the show.
See ya.